Welcome back, guys. Today we're going to finish up a couple of things. Carrying on from our last video, we're going to get this golden LP sorted.
My, this is an awfully rare gold LP right here. I can't believe you got your hands on it. This is gonna get me something real good. However, it's also gonna take a bit of effort on my part. But what the hell? It's about time I put in some hard work. Never had one fight me this far before. What the hell? You never know if you'll ever see something like this again. But that's what you get with a weapon as fearless as this. Take good care of it.
Alright, so we got Bloody Moon, or Bayonetta's equivalent is called Pillow Talk. I'll be talking about that a little bit later. So, technically when you finish the game you should have all 101 Umbran Tears of Blood, but I didn't have that. So let's get that sorted very quickly. Once you come back to Rodin's shop with 101, you get a very special accessory. The Climax brace. It's kind of pricey, $500,000. A mysterious treasure. Now thankfully, I don't believe this is a reference to anything in particular. So I don't get to talk about that. So what you use it for is it's a passive effect. And it turns everything that you do into a Wicked Weave, same as for boss modes. And as you can imagine, it destroys enemies pretty quickly. Oh yeah, and you can see here I'm using Pillow Talk. Pillow Talk is like Sharaba. They have the same combos and they actually share the same combo counters in the pause screen. But when it's fully charged, or in Climax mode, the blade extends to about 3 times its normal length, and it does damage on par with a Wicked Weave, but it doesn't actually do Wicked Weave itself. We'll be getting very comfortable with Pillow Talk very shortly. So yeah, you can use the Climax brace to pretty much kill everything way too quickly. And as you can imagine, even with the Gaze of Despair, it doesn't give you a very good combo rank. Also a bonus though is that you can use it in Alfheims. But again, we have the same problem where it doesn't give you very good combo points, and another major problem with the Climax brace is that whenever you use it, it nullifies that chapter, so you can't record your results for that chapter. Now, I'm unsure whether or not you can use this accessory to grind for Saifang. It would be nice if you could, but I suspect, no promises on whether it actually is the case, but I suspect that you can't use it to grind. And another thing about Climax brace is that if you use it at all in a chapter, even just for one verse, it will invalidate the entire chapter for recording. So keep that in mind. You can see that the Kill Go glitch doesn't actually do any extra damage. It's actually mostly annoying because notice a lot of the Wicked Weaves will miss the enemies, surprisingly. I think it's almost pretty impossible to get a good combo rank with this. So as far as this accessory goes for use in regular gameplay, not good at all. You also can't use it in Angel Slayer / The Lost Chapter, which makes sense because it would make that way too easy. You do still get the effect of the hair though. I know it's hard to tell with its costume, because Bayonetta always has a hair out with its costume, but you still get the hair effect but no actual Wicked Weaves. By the way, you could probably combine this verse here along with Bracelet of Time to probably get some pretty decent combo points.
You've been naughty.
But as far as regular usage goes, it's pretty useless. So you might be wondering, why on earth would you use Climax Brace?
I should have been a pole dancer.
Well, we'll get to that very soon.
Take care of my babies, will you? Some people may have a thing for the 45s, but to me, these are the real works of art.
Now, you might remember a couple of chapters ago we unlocked the Platinum Ticket. Let's have a look at what it does.
Hey, if you think you've got enough halos to afford it, how about you show me some love? With enough of those shiny little loops, I can get back to the real me, the old me. Let's get this party started. Shit's gonna get real.
Oh yes, did you actually think the game was done when you finished Non-Stop Infinite Climax? Nah. The game's got so much extra content, and this is probably one of the more difficult things to find. You unlock the Platinum Ticket by earning 10 million halos total. It doesn't matter if you spend them, as long as you earn up to 10 million. Once you get the 10 million, then you unlock the Platinum Ticket. And here's me being indecisive because it's been a long time since I fought this dude. By long time I mean a couple of years. I don't practice this guy very often. And I'll just let you guys know this was my very first attempt in said years, so very rusty here. So I did mention that the Climax Brace was useless for the most part. This is probably the only time you would ever want to use it. I mean, technically, if you use it, it doesn't record your results, but it doesn't matter for this, because as you can see, this is verse 0. You can challenge him anytime you enter the Gates of Hell, it doesn't really matter when. Oh, and if you'd actually visit him in the middle of a chapter, any deaths you accumulate will be added to your results screen. So don't be dumb and challenge him in the chapters, because I don't know why you would do that. One thing I neglected to show off here, and I'm very close to dying here. This fight here is locked to Non-Stop Infinite Climax. And item usage is also disabled, so you can't use any items of any sort. No healing, no invincibility, no nothing. You can see that some of his attacks are actually borrowed from Boulder, but he does have a couple of his own unique attacks. I guess the history of Boulder isn't... It's just implied that he was a fallen angel, not necessarily a lumen sage, even though he does look like one. To be honest, I think I'm not doing too badly for the very first time, practically. But yes, when you first fight this guy, there will be a lot of this. And I do mean a lot of it. So you might think, okay, let's try using Witch Time on the dude. It doesn't really affect him. I mean, everything else will slow down, but himself does not slow down. So Pillow Talk is pretty much useless in this case. Notice that he was moving at the same speed he would normally. So no Witch Time either. I think when most players get to this point, they will try to cheese this fight, and it's perfectly understandable because he is so tough. And I'm just giving you guys a taste of what I had to do to get this. There was a lot of death. Pillow Talk as well, its usage in regular chapters probably is a bit limited because it kills everything a little bit too quickly. But it is good against Bayonetta, as in the boss of Angel Slayer. That's probably the only thing you would use it for, apart from this fight. Oh yeah, did you hear that? He has a taunt too. Just to add on that little layer of frustration. Do you guys get the point yet? I died a lot to get this footage. And I do mean a lot. 18 hours. 18 hours of recordings. And I condensed it down into 1 hour. I know someone said that I probably should upload the entire lot, but I am not going to subject you guys to that because it's awful. And it's incredibly annoying because most of the times I died, I got him to like the last 1.5, 2 health bars, and then I died, and there was a lot of frustrated grunting. So yes, very frustrating. So, given that I have been doing this for 18 hours, I think I'm almost the expert on this guy, so let's look at his attacks. First off, he has a barrage of punches. 5 punch combo. Once you know to look for it, it's pretty easy to dodge. This is a more difficult one. He does it at mid-range. A down, up and down punch. And he will air combo you as well. It's very annoying. This one's borrowed from Boulder. I guess it's a Lumen Rush. You have to be careful because sometimes that attack, while seemingly obvious, will sometimes do it and the circle won't appear. He has a spin attack, which he does at semi-close range. And its range is a lot bigger than you might think it is, so be careful about that. And this is another borrowed attack from Boulder. Meteor Storm. And I don't know whether Boulder did this, but you can notice that Rodin there is sort of rocking out orchestrally. It's pretty cool. But yeah, huge Meteor Storm ending up with one big meteor. And you can interrupt its attack using a Wicked Weave. Another one borrowed from Boulder here, just some fire orbs. Nothing different there. And he has an uppercut, it comes out of nowhere a lot of the time. And you can do it multiple times. The Ceiling Sphere, again borrowed from Boulder. It's pretty easy to dodge most of the time, but they do chase you. And he will more often than not follow it up with either the Fire Orb or a attack that I haven't shown off yet, this one here. Basically his version of a Wicked Weave. You can do an uppercut and have one fired at you. And here's that taunt I was talking about. Enjoy hell. Okay, so when you get him down to 2.5 health bars, so in the blue and green, he becomes way more aggressive, and he gets a couple of new attacks. The blue orbs, for example, he'll do 2 of them. He has this death grab animation here, which you can block, thankfully. But if he catches you with it... yeah, you lose all of your health. Another thing I should add is that he does become way more aggressive and he doesn't summon the Meteor Storm anymore. But yeah, you can see the sort of challenge of beating this guy. It should be noted that the price of the Platinum ticket, which is 1 less than 1,000,000 halos, is actually taken away from your total halo count when you challenge him. So if you quit out now to the main menu, for example, you'll get taken back to the main screen with your 1,000,000 halos lost. So don't ever quit out. But fortunately, if you do die while facing him, you get your money back. So there's one small grace there. One thing I should also note, in terms of technique, he does get stunned by Saifang very easily, and if you do wicked stomps on him, he's very susceptible to that as well. And yeah, I forgot to mention that. In the last half of his health bar, of the yellow one, the death grab animation becomes a whole lot quicker. It's kind of scary how fast it is. This was my very first time beating him and I got an awful score. So, if that's too hard for you, there are a couple of ways to cheese this fight. First thing is to equip Pulley's Butterfly and Climax Brace, and put Kilgore on the feet. Now if you constantly, it's quite hard to set up. But if you set it up right, you can constantly kick Wicked Weaves at him and just keep pushing him away from the arena. This is pretty lousy for your combo rank, but if you're just trying to beat him, it's serviceable. You can see that I got hit because I couldn't be bothered trying to get a perfect run on this. Because this technique is so cheap. Another one which I didn't actually show off getting is you can use punch, kick, punch with Sharaba to kill him, but it doesn't take as fast as you think it might because he will dodge that Wicked Wave. If you're trying to beat him, I don't actually recommend this technique at all, because it's pretty difficult to pull off. Oh, one thing I haven't mentioned is that you should always go into this fight with a full load of magic. Magic is your friend here. So there's one method of beating him, if you can't be bothered doing it properly. Here's an even worse method, because it just kills him so quickly. Alright, so Climax Brace, plus Sergei's Lover, plus Pillow Talk. You can see here how quickly we are tearing through this guy's health. Yeah. If you want speed, then yeah, 20 seconds is pretty good. But if you want to do it properly, quote unquote, the only really reliable way to do it is to use Pulley's Butterfly. So I guess I can explain what Pulley's Butterfly actually does. It uses up your magic at a rate, I think, 1 second, 1 orb per 2 seconds. And when you use it, you actually have to activate it using Punch and Kick. It summons 5 butterflies, which take hits for you. So as you can imagine, it's used a lot in Lost Chapter, and also this fight here, if you're trying to do it legitimately. Yes, you can see here that fighting Rodin, he is pretty much relentless. Which is why if you're trying to fight him without Climax Brace, it's best to use the nunchucks. He does get staggered by them, which is very nice. I guess another method you could use to beat this guy is the aforementioned punch kick punch with Sharaba plus Durga on your feet so you can plant bombs. I've never actually tried it, but if you combine it with, say, Pulley's Butterfly, it should be pretty easy. The only problem with this method is it's just incredibly time consuming. It takes probably about 4 or 5 minutes to kill him. I can't tell you guys how many times I just accidentally got caught by the death grab. And it is so frustrating when you're trying to do things perfectly. So you can see here, halfway through the blue health bar, he does become a lot more aggressive. I think actually my first couple of times fighting this guy, the first 2.5 were pretty easy. Then you get to the final 2.5, and it's just like you're fighting an enraged Rodin. I don't even want to begin talking about fighting an enraged Rodin. Also, one thing to be careful of when you're fighting him and he gets down to his last 2 health bars, he will do lumen rushes when he's far away from you, and he will more often than not follow up with the second one, which is a lot harder to hear because it will come from off screen. One nice thing about the death grab though is that it does leave him exposed to attacks. So you could feasibly pull out Pillow Talk and give him a couple of hits. Yes, that's the double rush there that you get, and it is a pain in the ass. I watch this footage and think, God, I could have pulled out Pillow Talk and given him a good whack and maybe had finished him off, but no. It's a little bit hard to do everything you really want to do in this fight because he's just as quick as you are. Like right here, could have put out Pillow Talk and probably finished him off. And again, I probably could have shaved off maybe like 10-15 seconds if I had actually done this the right way, but whatever.
Bad boy.
Comparatively to when you normally fight him, 4 and a bit minutes is a long time. But that's done.
I gotta hand it to you. You sure let me have my fun. I never thought a girl would beat my ass so hard. But I gotta admit, I kinda liked it. You win. This time, baby.
Okay. So for beating Rodin, you get the weapon, Rodin. And unfortunately I won't be showing off what this weapon does in this video. This video is already as long as it is. So it will have to be in another video, guys. But yeah, you can challenge Rodin as many times as you want, as long as you have the money. Yeah, this fight is a pain, to say the least. Oh, and I guess this is a different save file here, so I haven't actually got the Climax brace yet. So there, I did it the legitimate way. So people in the thread may be wondering what the heck that challenge I was talking about. Did I mention that Rodin with the Gaze of Despair is kind of hard? He's hard. Oh, hi Rodin. Oh. Okay. This is, by the way, my very first time trying the Gaze of Despair on him. And he killed me so very quickly. And I didn't fare too much better on my second try either. It should be noted, by the way, that Gaze of Despair doesn't make enemies go any faster when you fight on hard or above. It just makes them red and way more aggressive. So really, only masochists do this. And seriously, forget trying to pure platinum this. Granted, for my second try at this, it's not doing too badly, but oh my gosh. Fighting him in his first stages here is like fighting him in his more aggressive last stages. And when he gets to his final stages, it gets even worse. Like, holy crap. I think I pretty much hate Rodin at this point. So you guys get the idea. And the reason why I have 18 hours of this because I tried to pure platinum it. So, the rest of this video I present to you without any comment. Just listen to the music and watch the fighting and have fun, guys. And I'll catch you guys next time.
man. I never thought a girl would beat my ass so hard. But I gotta admit, I kinda liked it. You win. This time, baby.
Yeah.